Hello, everyone. For today's class, we are going to focus on shoulders. And I'd also like to mention it is so hot in Denver today that we have sap coming out of the wood in our garage. Anyway, in traditional yoga philosophy, there are three states of mind. Sattvic, which is calm, clear, and connected. Rajasic, which is agitated with characteristics of anger, anxiety, and also activity and creativity. And tamasic, which is sort of a dull state, depressed, and also stable. And you might not notice everything about each state is either good or bad. And the purpose of yoga isn't to be sattvic always. Those people are really annoying. It is to help us balance all three and to increase consciousness of what is going on. And why I chose this today is I did some design work and found myself very creative and active, and also starting to hunch my shoulders in and close off my heart, which can lead into a tamasic state. And therefore, with my awareness of that, I'm going to do a lot of shoulder opening and strengthening today. So go ahead and come into a child's pose with your knees together, or with your toes together and knees wide on the back of your mat. Stretch your hands out in front of you. And keep your eyes open, allowing your drishti, your gaze, to be blurry on your mat. Begin to deepen your breaths, matching your inhales to your exhales, and filling your entire ribcage. Press down through all of your fingers and the base knuckles in your hands to sink your hips farther towards your heels and pull your chest towards your hands. On your next inhale, come up to hands and knees, stacking your wrists below your shoulders and your knees below your hips. Pull your belly up into your spine and start to cat-cow. So inhale, raise your collarbones and heart and your hips. And exhale, pull your stomach in to round your back, just like a cat stretching. Inhale and exhale, using your breath to start to wake up your body and bring some of that awareness into your motion. Noting where you might feel stiff, sore, where you might want to take some extra wiggles in your body. This is your time to really drop into your practice here. On your next inhale, come to a neutral spine. Inhale to extend your left hand long. Exhale to hug in and press down to your right hand. And inhale to extend your right leg long. You can choose extending heel out or Barbie foot. Regardless of which one you choose, engage your hamstring to raise your leg higher. And exhale to crunch underneath your body. And inhale to extend and lift up. And exhale to crunch. Inhale to extend. Exhale to crunch. And then release to the ground. Inhale your right hand in front of you. Exhale to hug everything in. And inhale to extend your left leg behind you. Once again, heel extended or Barbie foot. Engage that hamstring to get her up there. And exhale to crunch underneath you, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend and lift. And exhale to crunch. Inhale, extend and lift. Exhale to crunch. And then release down. Tuck your toes and lift your tailbone to come up into downward facing dog. Press down into your hands and pull your front ribs together to feel your shoulders slide down your back. And once again, Press your heart towards your hands to lengthen out your spine. Sink your heels toward the ground, keeping a soft bend in the back of your knees. Unless you're super bendy and you're putting your heels on the ground, in which case, go ahead and lengthen your down dog. Step it out a little bit. Walk your toes up to your hands and hang in a ragdoll, capturing opposite triceps with opposite hands. And find a gentle motion, swaying back and forth, sending your breath into the tense parts of your body, and tucking your chin softly so you really straighten out the back of your neck. Work on any kinks that may be going on in your cervical or thoracic spine. Release your bind and heel toe your feet together. Inhale to halfway lift with a flat back. Rolling your shoulders back and your upper arm bones back to open your heart toward the front of your mat. Exhale, hug your belly in and hold. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold down. With an inhale, roll all the way up to standing. Bring your arms up overhead, extended mountain pose. And exhale, hands to heart center. And we'll open with our Om. Inhaling for Om. Inhale, raise your arms up, look up between your hands. And exhale, hug your abs in and fold with soft knees. Inhale to halfway lift, shining that heart out. And exhale, plant your hands down and step back to a high plank. Inhale to lengthen. Roll your biceps in and forward so your elbow pits face the front of your mat. And exhale to hug in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to hug in. And then pick up your right hand and left leg, extending out in your plank. And exhale, come down. Inhale, left hand and right leg. This is a more difficult version, and exhale to put down of what we did in our hands and knees pose. Inhale, extend, woo, and exhale, come down. And finally, inhale, extend, and exhale, come down. On your next inhale, rock forward over your hands. Exhale, lower halfway down so your elbows are at 90 degrees. And inhale to upward facing dog. Bring your gaze up to where the wall meets the ceiling and roll those arm bones in, pulling the heels of your hands toward your hips to open that chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. And now we'll move into our traditional warm-up, flowing one breath per movement through the Sun A series. Inhale, look forward, lift your hips high. Exhale, step or jump between your hands. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain pose, and lift those arms up, look up, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale, step or jump back, high plank to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale, press back, down dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale to step or jump between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, pulling that heart forward. And exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain pose, look between your hands. And exhale, fold softly down, flowing like water. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, step or jump back, high plank to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. Two more. Inhale, look forward. Exhale to step or jump to your hands. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to fold. With an inhale, rise all the way up, extended mountain pose, and lift your ribs off your hips. And exhale, flow like water down. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, step or jump back, high plank to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Last one. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up, extended mountain pose, reach for the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, step or jump back, high plank to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. And now for our old friend, the sun bees. Inhale, look forward. Exhale to step or jump between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Drop your hips low, hands high, come up into chair. In this pose, you may have difficulty moving your arm moves up by your ears. If that's the case, stand up a little bit. Get them back there. Really squeeze your upper arm moves in, and then push forward with your heels to start to go back. Go back and back. Bring your gaze up and hold your abs in. Inhale up one more time, and exhale, fold over your knees. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale, high plank to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward, inhale up into your warrior one. Come up onto your tiptoes and raise those arm bones up by your ears, and then settle your heels down, keeping your hips in that nice low position that was given to you by putting your arm bones back. Inhale, raise your heart up, and exhale, melt down, high to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Inhale as you come up. Come up onto your tiptoes, bringing your arm bones by your ears, squeezing them in tight, and then plant those heels down, keeping your hips low and your arms high. Inhale, look up between your hands, and exhale, flow down to your mat. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to downward facing dog. Let's flow through that again, one breath per movement. Inhale, look forward. Exhale to step or jump to your hands. Inhale to upward facing or halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Hips low, hands high, come up into a chair pose. And exhale, melt down. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, step or jump back, high and low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. With an inhale, come on up into that juicy warrior one. And exhale, hands to the mat. Come all the way down. Inhale to up dog. And exhale to down dog. Left foot steps forward. Inhale up to your warrior one. And flow like water down. Chaturanga to up dog. And exhale to down dog. What we're going for today in these warm-ups is more flow than correctness, which is why I'm putting in cues such as flow like water and things like that. Just to get that little vinyasa, almost a dance move in your step. So inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Hips low, hands high. Inhale, up into a chair. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, step or jump back, high plank to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to down dog. Right foot steps forward. Inhale up into your warrior one. And release down to earth. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to down dog. Left foot steps forward. Inhale up, warrior one. And exhale, melt to the mat. Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Last one, here we go. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to your hands. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale up into your chair pose, and exhale, release. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale, high-low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to down dog. Right foot steps forward, inhale up, warrior one. Exhale down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to down dog. Left foot steps forward, inhale up, warrior one. Exhale your hands to the mat, float all the way down. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do a flipsies. Lift your left leg into the air. Engage that hammy to lift it higher, and bend your knee and stack and open up your hips. Inhale the inside of your left knee higher and press through your left hand to spin that armpit and that pec back down to the ground. Then either stay here or come on over and flip your dog. This is obviously a shoulder opener with a big old stretch in your right shoulder. Go ahead and cactus your left arm so that you get an opening on that side of your body too. Inhale into all that space in your heart. And then flip over into your high plank and press back to down dog. Inhale, lift your right heel high. Hug in to lift that hamstring a bit higher. And bend your knees, stack and open up your hips. Press through your right hand to spin that armpit down, square your shoulders up. Either stay here or flip your dog. Inhale and get your positioning. And then cactus that right arm, opening up your chest fully to the wall behind you. And inhale into that big old heart space. And flip back over to high plank. And this time come on down to your forearms. Firm your belly up and drag your elbows back toward your hip points to pull your chest through. Then turn your left arm so it's perpendicular to your right at a right angle. And come on over to your side for a side forearm plank. Be a little gentle to our shoulders here and allow your left oblique to do all of the work. We open our chest up to the ceiling. And come back into a low forearm plank. Rise up to a high plank for a second, just for funsies, and then come back down. Turn your right arm in at a 90-degree angle to your left, and come on over to your right side for forearm plank on the other side. Really putting that right oblique to work to open your heart up to the ceiling or sky. And then come back to your forearm plank. Press back up to high plank and back to down dog. Inhale, look forward between your hands. Exhale to step or jump forward. Inhale to halfway lift and exhale to fold. Stand all the way up with an inhale and bring your arm bones up, sinking your shoulders softly down away from your ears as you stretch your side bodies long. Keeping your gaze lifted, front of your abs, and start to sit low in your chair by pressing your heels and pressing your shins forward and hugging your inner thighs in. Inhale into your heart, raising it up, and bring your hands to heart center and twist over to the right. The point of these chairs today isn't so much to sink low and burn out our hams, it's to explore a positioning of the arm bones up by your ears, like they do in their classic postures, or like it's supposed to work in the classic postures. And so, yeah, that's what we're focusing on today. Bring all of your weight into your right foot and tuck your left into your butt. A little bit of balance work here. Slowly as possible, extend it back behind you, lifting in your hamstring And then center back there for a crescent lunge twist. Go ahead and wiggle your legs apart if you need to, all the way to a nice crescent, opening up, and then release, come to center. Inhale and sink those hips down, and then open up into warrior two. Pull your heels together on the mat to give you the power to tuck that right butt cheek under and sink down farther. Flip your right palm and inhale as you go up and back. And exhale, come into an extended side angle. Recommit to tucking that bun under by pressing through the knife blade edge of your left foot. And then take the bind. Bring your left arm behind you to find your right hip crease. And bring your right hand underneath to meet it under your leg. Inhale your chest forward and exhale to twist up to the ceiling. Continue to breathe through your heart. It's going to jump out of the front of your body. This will help you to roll your shoulders open and find a deeper opening there. We'll be here for 3 more breaths. And release your hands to the mat. Take a chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Inhale, hips low, or actually, wait, we're doing something different today. Roll all the way up to standing, looking up between your hands. Keep those arm bones by the ears, shoulders down your back, and then sink back into your chair. Pressing those heels forward, keeping the big lift in your chest. Hug your upper arm bones in, and then bring your hands to heart center and twist over to the left. Press your hands together to extend your spine long and turn that heart up to the ceiling. Bring all of your weight in your left foot. As you start to hover your right, bring it up by your butt, hugging in to find stability. Extend it as slowly as possible behind you. Wobbling and bobbling the whole way. Lift your hamstring up, and then set it down into crescent lunge. Wiggle your feet apart to find a good, strong position in this pose. And if you fall out, follow my lead and come right back in. It totally happens. That's what's fun about this stuff. It's like adult playtime. Release and come to center. Crescent lunge. Sink those hips low. And then open up into warrior two. Pull your heels together to get that left butt cheek under you. So you can fully open up the entire side of your body, the wall that was on your right when you started. Flip your left palm and go up and back. And then exhale, come into extended side angle. Recommit to getting that butt under you by pressing down to the knife blade under your right foot. And then take the bind. First, reaching for your hip crease up from the back. Then coming around underneath, taking back through. Inhale your chest forward and seal your front ribs to turn up to the ceiling. And release your hands down. Chaturanga. Inhale into upward facing dog. And exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or jump to the front of your mat. And come into a crow pose. Or if you're feeling adventurous, try jumping into a crow. The key to that, and I believe you're all strong enough because you've been doing your ab work with me. The key to doing that is thinking of yourself as light as possible. That's also the key to crow, really. But also leaning forward with your chest, looking farther forward than you think you need to, and hugging in. Release down and come into a forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to bring your feet wide and come into our yogi squat or malasana squat. So bring your feet as wide as your mat so you can really get your hips down there. We'll give them a crack for a second if you need to. And then bring your arms low inside of your thighs so you can really use the leverage of your hands to open your heart. And then look up at the ceiling. Find a point somewhere up there. Press down through your feet to make it easier to open up your knees. You're really tight. And then release by gently coming to a seat. We're going to take a pose now called cow face. So cross your legs in front so your knees stack in front of you. If you have really tight hips, it may be hard to get your right one, since our right leg's on top this time. Your right sit bone to ground down. And that's okay, just think about pressing it down, and your knees may not perfectly stack. And take your left hand, reach it up overhead, and bring it behind you. Take your right arm and turn it as you come around so you don't crank your shoulder joint, and touch your hands behind you. And if you're a little too tight to totally touch behind you, grab on for your bra or your shirt or whatever you have, and breathe into your whole rib cage. And then release. Take your leg cross in the opposite direction. Bring your right foot by your hip and your left foot on top. Flex your toes toward the front of your mat. Probably should have mentioned that on the other side in order to protect your knees, and ground those sit bones down. For the record, I have about half an inch of daylight between my left foot and the ground. However, I'm still squaring myself and pressing down and thinking in that direction. And your thoughts going in that direction are the first step to accomplishing any pose in yoga. So go ahead and find your hands, and we'll be here for a few more breaths. And release down. Swing your knees around and come back into your downward facing dog. Feel a little daylight in your shoulders, huh? On that note, inhale, look forward, and exhale, step or jump to your hands. Inhale to halfway lift, bringing your chest forward, and exhale to fold. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing, and exhale, come into eagle on your right side. Swinging your right arm underneath your left, and your right leg up and over your left. Bring your elbows up in line with your shoulders and raise the crown of your head up to sink your hips lower. Release and stand all the way up, and take your eagle on the left. Swing your left arm under and your left leg up and over your right. Bring your elbows up in line with your shoulders and lifting the crown of your head up to sink back down over your hips. And release, stand all the way up. And for funsies here, I thought we'd try some half moon. This is a pose that I've been working on a lot. And it's not always, traditionally successful. And I'm going to give it a shot. Coming in from standing, ground down firmly through your right hand, and start to lean forward and spread your wingspan, coming on up to the sky. Squeeze those outer hips in that we worked on yesterday. And go ahead and try coming into this pose without assistance first. You can always grab for a prop on your second go or your third go. Try to turn and look up at the ceiling. And then take your assistance from a block or a chair, your water bottle, or whatnot, so you can inhale into your heart, kick back through your back heel, really expand into this pose. And then try reaching back for your left leg and take Shavasana, the sugar cane bind. This helps me to open up my top shoulder, and also it's a beautiful quad stretch. And release, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, straightening out that back. And exhale, forward fold. With an inhale, rise all the way up to standing. And take a crack at that half moon on the left. Ground down through your left foot. And begin to open up out to the right, squeezing those outer hips in for stability and opening up your wingspan to the sky. Open your chest up as you press out through your right heel. And if you fall, once again, that's the fun part. Come right back in and maybe take that assistance from your block or the ground or what have you. And then try on that old Shavasana bind. I like this one because it's like sugar cane makes sense in a way. I think candy cane may be more apt, but less seasonal. And then release, forward fold. Split your feet hips width distance apart. And this time take a ragdoll by interlacing your fingers and bringing them to that bump on the back of your head. And letting your arms and your wide elbows traction your spine and the crown of your head down to the ground. Just a little bit of a different variation you can take that's always available to you in ragdoll or any of these other forward fold poses. And release your hands down and take another crow. This time coming in from the conventional way, or if you really want to, go ahead and take a couple cracks at that flying crow again, coming in from the downward facing dog. Remember to hug your elbows in so that you can open your chest up and swing the pits of your elbows forward toward the front of your mat. And if you're here and only picking up one foot or the other, or trading back and forth, that's amazing progress. I'm so glad you're keeping with it. And then release into a forward fold. Split your feet again, and this time take gorilla. We've done a couple crows. You may have done a couple crash landings. So take those toes and wiggle them around on your wrists. Allow your full back to shake out. And really getting into the meat of your wrists and kind of taking a counter stretch from a lot of the other work we do in this practice. And release down. Inhale, roll all the way up to standing, reaching your arms overhead, and come into a tree pose. And press down to your left foot and inhale your right up to your inner thigh or your inner calf. Wherever you can press in while still hugging your outer hips in and keeping your pose fairly centered. That's the goal to work toward. And something I didn't even notice in my own tree, grow your branches and raise them overhead, lifting up through your heart like it's pulling by a thread through the ceiling. I didn't even notice until I started watching these videos how bad I was dumping out sideways into my hips and tree. It's one thing I release down and come into tree on the left. It's one thing that I advise at some point when you're feeling brave, not to listen to your voice in recording, that's just harmful, but to do yoga with a mirror in the room and really get a sense for what things feel like in your body that you can match with the visual of what you look like. And it can be, try to leave some judgment out of it. It can be really informative, and for me, I'm such a visual person. It's really one of the ways I grow best in my practice is that feedback loop. But it does take a little bit of bravery. And release your left foot down. Do not do it in retail mirror. Don't do that. Anyways, inhale, lift up, reach your heart up, and exhale forward, fold. Inhale to halfway lift, opening your shoulders. Roll those arms back and forward so your biceps are turning inside out. Inhale to one more bit forward, and then exhale, step back, high plank to low plank. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale to down dog. Step your right foot forward, left heel spins down. Inhale up into warrior one. Clasp your hands behind your back. Roll those arm bones back and open again. Inhale that heart up, and exhale, fold on the inside of your right leg. Allowing your hands at the binds to fall over your head. You can bend your elbows a little bit to make this happen. If your shoulders are too tight for this, grasp for your opposite elbows instead. No matter what you're doing, breathe here. Release your hands, stand back up into your warrior one, and open up into warrior two. Flip your right palm, go up and back as you straighten that right leg, and exhale, reach forward into your triangle pose. Swing your right butt underneath you as you bring your heart forward and melt your shoulder blades together on your back. So you have all that space in the world. Bring those front ribs together. Really shine your heart forward. And then bring your right hand up by your ear. Stretch it forward by pressing through your feet to send your hips back. Then bring your left arm forward. Squeeze your inner thighs together so you can hold that beach ball and turn up toward the ceiling. And then press through your feet to stand all the way up. Turn your toes in. Clasp your hands behind the back. Opposite way to what you just did it. Inhale your heart up. And exhale, Prasarita, a forward fold. Bend your knees slightly to lift your tailbone up to the ceiling and drop your crown of your head farther down. And drop those knuckles over your head or the wall in front of you where you're not. Release your bind and turn to face the back of your mat and come on up into a warrior one. Press through your heels to lift your chest in front of your pelvis high and clasp your hands behind your back the other way again. Inhale your chest up and exhale to bow inside of your knee, humble warrior. Release your hands down and pressing through your heels, inhale up to your warrior one. Exhale, open up into your warrior two. Flip your palm up, inhale, go up and back. Swing your left butt under you. And exhale, come down into your triangle pose. Inhale your heart forward. Exhale, hug your low ribs in to spin open to the ceiling. Press down to your feet to support you as you bring your left arm up by your left ear. Engage those obliques and bring your right arm by your right ear. Breathe out through your heart and turn to look up at the ceiling. And then press in your legs. Stand all the way up. Clasp your hand behind your back. Either thumb on top. Inhale your chest high. And exhale to fold over your feet. Bend your knees to send those hips high and the crown of your head low. If you feel like you're falling over forward, you're doing it right. Don't worry, you're extra strong and you will catch yourself. And release. Walk your hands forward toward the front of your mat. Step back into high plank and come down into your forearm plank. And press up into high plank. And come down to your forearm plank. Stay here for a minute and cook. And press up to your high plank. Gets harder after you've been down for a second, huh? And come down to your forearm plank. Let's cook for another few breaths. And press up to your high plank and back into your down dog. Remember when I do that to you, that abs are the window to the soul. And inhale, come into high plank. And exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Turning either ear to the mat and finding one spot to gaze on. Taking a few breaths here in Belly Shavasana to relink our breath with our movement. And turn your chin to center and inhale up into locust pose. Roll those arm bones back and forward again as you press your hands toward the ground. If there's something to push off of, and use this to peel your chest up. One more big inhale, and exhale, come down, opposite ear to the mat. Strengthening these back muscles and these belly back bend poses is the ticket to opening your heart. Once your shoulders are strong enough to peel your shoulders, to actually peel your shoulders back, doesn't matter how much you sit down all day. Inhale on up into locust pose. Press those hands down in like they're sitting on a nightstand or something. And open up to the ceiling. Bring your gaze up, come up as high as possible. And exhale, release. Opposite ear to the ground. Take your ankles up into your hands for floor bow. And press your ankles out into your hands, bringing your knees together in line with your hips. And pull on up. Inhale into your heart and bring your gaze up to really open your chest. And exhale, come down. One more belly back bend. Kick your ankles up into your hands again. And with an inhale, kick up. Not a lot of instruction here. Do what feels good and find a stretch on the front of your shoulders. One more big inhale up and exhale, release. Windshield wiper your legs back and forth and back and forth. Find your release in your low back. And then flip over on in, prepare for your bridge pose. Take a second to bring your knees in and let them sit, since we've been doing a lot of those belly back bends. And where abs and our back muscles aren't like anything along your spine, or any of those are a little weak, it can really stress the low back, which isn't a reason to avoid something like a belly back bend. In fact, those are actually here. But take care of yourself and bring your knees in and give your low back a rest once in a while if you're feeling any pinching there. And now that we've rested through my little speech, bring your ankles underneath your hips and press up into your bridge pose. Lengthen the insides of your knees toward the wall in front of you and squeeze your inner thighs together so you can walk your shoulders underneath you and clasp your hands, digging your knuckles into the mat and dragging them towards your heels as you drag your heels towards your knuckles. And release, come all the way down. And set up for your second bridge. Walk your shoulders underneath you. Exhale your low back onto the mat. And inhale, pull the front of your pelvis up to your belly button and your low ribs down. So you explode your heart forward. And that's not something that made sense to me for a really long time. I realized it's because my body awareness was low. And I was thinking like in my body sensations, my heart's like here, and my stomach is here, and like nothing else existed. So if you don't quite get the chest going through the shoulders thing, don't worry, just keep at it. And come all the way down. And you know what's coming next. Let's set up for our wheels. Place your hands by your ears and press down to lift up. And just come up halfway and place the top of your head on the ground. Inhale your heart forward. Hug your elbows in and claw your hands into the ground. And then press up to the wheel. Even if you are getting wheel every time, do it that way for me. And bring your gaze in between your hands to straighten your arms farther. And exhale, come down. Let's do one more of those slow wheel pickups. So seal your lower back on the ground. Place your hands by your ears and peel the front of your pelvis up until you can put the crown of your head on the ground. Hug your elbows in and press all the way up. And exhale, come down, release. We're only going to do 2 more wheels today because we've been working our shoulders a lot. We did a bunch of them yesterday. And you can certainly be killed all the time. So inhale, come on up with your second to last wheel. And exhale, come down. Roll those wrists out. Get psyched for one more time. And with an inhale, just come all the way up. We'll be here for 5 breaths. And exhale, come down. Supta Konasana. Feet together. And one hand on your belly. And one hand on your heart. Your real heart, not your yoga heart. And look up at the ceiling. And release your feet up. Take a happy baby. Kick those legs around. And send your feet up to the ceiling. We're not going to do too many abs today because we've been cranking them in those planks, which is a great way to crank your abs, and let me tell you. But take your elbows wide and your fingertips right behind your ears. And walk your shoulders under you. Tuck your chin in a little bit, make sure your spine's long. Exhale the air out of your low belly to seal it to the ground. And breathe into your boobs and your upper chest. And if you're a guy watching this, you have boobs too. You get it. Inhale your heels high and exhale them 30 degrees down. Inhale to lengthen out. And exhale to lower them another 30 degrees. Keep that lower back on the ground. Inhale to lengthen out, and exhale to bring them 3 inches above the ground, and then do crunches. And keep those elbows wide, so you're using your upper abs and not your hands to lift your head. Do this again for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way up, knees into your chest. Roll your low back out on the ground. Woo! I can feel some sore spots in my buns from doing all that hugging in yesterday. And then rock and roll. And come up into a half pigeon on the right. Keep that foot flexed toward your knee to protect it. Wiggle your back foot back, and then come right into your pigeon. There's a little bit of a wind blowing in from this alley right now. It's filthy, but it feels great. Plug your front ribs together to put your chest through your shoulders, which I know is the first time you've heard that today. And go ahead and turn your palms to face up into a receiving posture. Not only does this give our shoulders another chance for a gentle opener here, it provides a whole different energy to this pose, which can sometimes get a little bit lazy at the end of class. And then release, press up, and swing your left foot around to take half pigeon on the left. Bring your right leg back, wiggling it back only as much as you need to square up those hips, and then without further ado, come all the way down. Get those front ribs together and turn your hands up. You gently press up to a seat. We're going to give a double pigeon a shot. So place your right shin parallel to the front of your mat and bring your left one to stack on top. And first is our regular sort of posture in this. And then give you the option of taking a cow face here too. So that pose we did in the middle of class, this is just a different knee variation. Then inhale your chest high and exhale, begin to fold over your top leg or stay up. Either one. This is one of those poses that can really cause some panic. You're all wound up, there's discomfort. Unless it's a sharp, identifiably sharp pain, sit with that discomfort. It's good practice. And release, come up. See, it's only temporary. And switch legs. The instructor in my class this morning said something which I think rings very true, that the moment that you want to run away is the brink of discovery in yoga. Or I guess you could argue, arms flipped, or I guess you could argue anything else. Inhale your chest high and begin to fold over thighs. And release your mind. Sit all the way up. Bring your legs out in front of you. And setting them on the ground, just shake them out. Bring your right foot, actually let's do the left first. Bring your left foot in to the inside of your right thigh. Inhale up and reach down with your left hand or right hand, and then come over with your left for a side bend and go up this forward fold. Inhale here and exhale to fold. Inhale to long and pull your foot and exhale to fold. This stretches these little tiny muscles at the base of our back that we can get into when our spines are weak. Not figuratively, literally. So when we do stuff like half moon or airplane or triangle or those, go ahead and switch sides. It can be easy to jump into those and they can light up your low back without, it's not necessary to do that. And this stretch, really reach with your left and then come over to your right. This stretch really helps you get into it. Or if you've been using a trackpad on a computer a lot, whichever hand you use more to do that, this is a very good stretch to help that out. And release them all the way up. And let's take a shoulder stand. So come on up onto your shoulders, reaching your heels toward the ceiling. And if this isn't in your practice today, just take waterfall with your hands under your butt. But no matter what you're doing, cross your feet all the way up. And then slowly bring your feet down with control, keeping your abs engaged into a plow pose. If your toes reach the ground behind you, feel free to release your arms. If they don't, please keep your arms supporting your low back. And don't turn your head to protect your neck in this pose. And then release your ears down to your ears. Your ears are ears. Your knees down to your ears for a duck dance pose. And then slowly, with control, keeping those abs in again. Another theme in yoga. Roll all the way down onto your back. Bring your right knee into your chest. And bring it on over to the left for a supine twist. Walk your shoulders underneath you and look over your right hand. If you're choosing between having both of your shoulders on the ground and having your knee on the ground, choose having your shoulders on the ground today. Just try it out. It may feel like you're about to die, but the weight of your leg coming across your body can really be helpful in the stretch. And of course, if you have spinal injuries, tell me to go, walk into traffic or something because you know what to do better. And release from the center. Bring your left knee in your chest and extending your right knee long. And then bring your left knee over your body. Walk your shoulders underneath you. And then look over your left hand. Release, come to center. Give your knees one final big squeeze, and then release out into your Shavasana. Letting everything go, spreading as wide out as you want. And we'll all come out together in a minute to finish up the practice. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Circle out your wrists and ankles. And reach high overhead. Point your little piggies and then roll over onto your right or left side, bringing your head on your arm. And keeping your eyes soft or closed, come up to a seat. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale your thumbs to your third eye center. The light in me, seizing acknowledge the light in each one of you. Namaste. Another one of the books. Thanks for coming to the shoulder practice. Hope you enjoyed it.